Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about this little gem of a game called Dirt 4. I'm just going to say it straight out at the beginning of the video. I'm very biased towards this game. I played a couple of racers when I was a kid, and this one always stood out to me. I played Dirt 1, 2, 3, and now 4, and it's better than ever. I highly implore you that if you've never checked out a racing game or never tried it besides a Mario Kart, this would be a great jumping off point for anybody experienced or new alike. The beginning trailer here does an amazing job of explaining how it feels to play this game. So it's very fast, it's very in your face, and it's very mysterious. You don't know what's going on in the maps unless you have physically driven them before, or if you have somebody in the passenger seat during a rally event explain to you what to expect coming up around the corner. So Be Fearless is very, very true to this game, and I absolutely love it. Here in the opening cinematic after you boot up the game, it kind of shows you a little bit of what you're in for. So dynamic weather effects, different times of day, different kinds of racing, different kinds of vehicles. It's very cool to just kind of get all this thrown at you. But what Dirt 4 does very, very well is they kind of give it to you in digestible bites later on in the tutorial. And I found that to be very cool. That's why I say that this would be amazing for experienced players, people who actually race, as well as couch potatoes who have never touched a rally car in their life. Right after the opening cinematic, it's going to throw you right into a rally car and get you going right away. You have somebody in the passenger seat with you that is talking, which you can see right here in the captions, and they kind of explain to you how the game works and how braking and turning and what certain callouts mean. And so this is, once again, a great jumping off point for anybody who has or has not played games like this, because it really eases you in and explains everything from beginning to end. The development team took extra care to really make this a lot like the real life thing too. As you see here, I'm being stopped by the marshal to inspect my vehicle for any damages or anything that I may have taken off the track after the race, and what that does is that deducts you from certain points, and so I thought that was really cool. I kind of just jumped straight into here after the race, and what this is a giant playground. You can do anything you want. You can hit the dirt trail, you can take some jumps, you can hit the asphalt like I am here trying to do some donuts in first person, and it all just feels so natural and so amazing. So much so that I actually played around in this for a solid 20-30 minutes or so before I even did anything else. There's this big tutorial that I actually did the whole thing, where it explains different kind of mechanics and how to take turns and different kinds of vehicles and different weather effects. That was really great. As you see right here on screen, we're going into advanced driving techniques, and the first one here is throttle control. So it explains to you that a rear wheel vehicle is a lot more heavy, I would say, than any of the other ones, and what I mean by that is you hit that throttle and you go. So you'll see here they're in fourth gear, and they're going to probably slow down here into the turn. They're not hitting the gas very hard, especially right here, and then he hits the throttle to really get it moving. And what it is explaining is that on a turn or on dirt especially, a rear wheel vehicle is very difficult to control in situations like this. So the game does a very good job of showing you, hey, a four-wheel drive is going to take this very fast, a turn let's say, but it's not very fast off the jump on a straightaway, whereas a rear wheel is quite the opposite, and the front wheel is kind of in between. And so you'll see here is my attempt at doing the same thing, not quite making the time that they did for the computer, but I did my best. Which is amazing because this game does such a good job of really holding your hand if you want to hold your hand, or just letting you go if you just want to let go and go nuts. And me, I'm kind of experienced in racing games. I like driving cars fast, and I really like taking corners, you know, with drift. But with racing experience, I would say I'm not the best. I do mostly shooters, and this game does a very, very, very good job of making me feel like I have good control and I can do what I see fits, and I can do it at my own pace. And that's something that I think a lot of racing games don't have. A lot of people are very intimidated by them because they feel like they have to be a professional or they have to really know their way around a vehicle. This game does a very good job of teaching you the tutorials, you know, showing you, like right now, it's showing how to feather your accelerator through a turn to really make it work. And it also gives you varying different difficulties, and so that's another selling point to this game and what it could do for a new person looking to get into a franchise like this. Here's a cinematic near the end of the tutorial to teach you weather effects and how it works. It doesn't really let you play in the snow during the tutorial, but it does a very good job of making it digestible and explaining it to such a degree that it makes you feel good and confident to jump into a game like this. And a lot of games are really missing this kind of stuff. It's really, you're expected to just go and understand it and figure it out. A lot of people love that, but with something as complex as Dirt 4, I think that this is definitely necessary and it was the right move to make. So those are my general thoughts on the beginning of Dirt 4. I will provide more videos to kind of explain, you know, what I'm going through the story or the career, if you will, or just in general my thoughts on it. And I'll probably do a review because I'm just having an amazing time with this. Since recording this, I probably played it for, I would say, 2 or 3 hours, and I'm still just absolutely in love with it. I think anybody can get into this kind of game, and if you haven't tried a racer, even any of them, I would say just give this one a chance. It's got a lot of different difficulty settings, it's got a lot of different things you can tune, and it's also just pretty easy to just jump into if you want to do that too. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and I appreciate you for watching my video, and I will see you next time.